In this video, we'll be looking at a few problems that deal with the fundamental counting principle. The fundamental counting principle states that if one event has m possible outcomes and a second independent event has n possible outcomes, then there are m times n total possible outcomes for the two events together. Our first example: how many ways can the numbers 3, 5, 7, and 8 be arranged if no repetition is permitted? So since we have four numbers being arranged, we're going to have four spots that need to be filled up. We have four ways that we can pick a number that'll be put into this spot. So we would write 4 in that spot, and then we'll be multiplying these numbers together. And then since no repetition is permitted, for our next spot, we've already used one of the numbers, so we only have 3 numbers to choose from. Continue with this way of thinking, and we find that there are 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, or 24 ways that we can arrange those 4 numbers if no repetition is permitted. Now in our next example, we'll have the same 4 numbers, but this time they're saying that repetition is permitted. So in our 4 spots, we can put 4 in each spot because there's 4 numbers to choose from, but since we're allowed repetition, we can put the number back that we picked, and we again have 4 numbers to choose from to fill up this spot, 4 numbers to choose from for this spot, and 4 numbers to choose from for this spot. So there's 4 to the 4th ways, or 256 ways to arrange those 4 numbers if repetition is permitted. Our next example: how many 4-letter signs can be made from the letters in the word equal if no repetition is permitted? We first count the number of letters in the word equal, and we see that there's 5 letters, and there's no repetition permitted, and we're making 4-letter signs. So we have 4 spots that we can fill with a letter. Since there's 5 letters in the word equal, I have 5 letters to choose from to put into this spot. Then once I make a choice, that letter is set aside and I no longer have 5 letters to choose from. Now I just have 4 letters to choose from. So I pick a letter to put into this spot, and then I only have 3 letters to choose from to fill up this spot, and 2 letters to choose from for this spot. So the fundamental counting principle says I need to multiply those numbers, or those ways, together, and I get 120. My last example is the same problem. How many 4-letter signs can be made from the letters in the word equal, but this time repetition is permitted. So that means I have 5 choices for the first spot, but that letter that I choose can be put back into the pot. So again, I have 5 choices for this spot, and 5 choices for this spot, and 5 choices for this spot. So I have a total of 5 to the 4th, or 625 4-letter signs that can be made.